Happy Friday, everyone. It is Saturday Eve. It's Friday, and I'm glad you're here. And I just want to talk about the week. If we could just talk about the week, I would love that. Oh, my phone. What if I stop the sound on this thing? Okay, so how are you guys doing? Friday, everyone. It is... I don't know how to work my own technology. So how are you guys doing? I would just want to talk to you. I'm so glad that you're here. Did you enjoy the conversation with Isaac Hayes Jr.? That was a bit of something that's a bit different than talking about all the crazy news that's happening, although I do have some news that I want to talk to you about. But since this is a show that is just us discussing whatever's in the news, and there have been a number of different things in the news, so let's talk. I want to hear what's on your mind. I want to know what you have to say about this week. What has been the craziest thing this week? And remember, this was supposed to be, a holiday week where everything is slow, right? It's the end of a holiday week. The holiday kind of fell right in the middle. So the beginning of it was a real holiday. And then the end, we had 2 days of like actual, we're supposed to work. Okay. So if you're joining us on TikTok, make sure you smash the heart button, galaxies or whatever. If you're following us on Instagram, make sure you follow our content. And if you are on the YouTube, you can subscribe. It's free. You can also become a member. And our members here are commenting, and they will get priority. So the stuff that you see up on your screen will be from our members. Wait, so before I get to, there's also some breaking news that we're going to talk about as it relates to the former president and incoming president, blah, 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 and all the madness. But we're just here. Hope you're enjoying. This is a little marg. Great conversation with Isaac. Let's talk to you guys. Where are you tuning in from? Where are you streaming from? Hello to Grand Juris. I'm glad you had Isaac III on. Very cool. Happy Friday, everyone, says Vanessa. Britt Wilson says, love the fireplace. Thank you. This is one of the things when I moved into this house, I bought, there was no fireplace in this room. So I had it put in. This is something that I splurged on. It's a big, giant fireplace. So we basically sit here every night. Thank you very much. Sim, say hi. Popcorn. The reason I have the popcorn is because, look, I told you guys to sit around and just relax because guess what? It's going to be chaos. You're going to get yourselves all worried, and there's no need to. That fire looks toasty, says Takaya. It is toasty. As Tim pops open what is that? A ginger ale? Yeah. Diet ginger ale. Dry January. Tim is doing dry January. Regina is in Phoenix. Norman Sowers is in Portland, Oregon. Mike Couch in St. Louis says Winky Campbell. That's great. Who else is on, and where are you guys from? Palm Springs, Grand Juris. Norman Seward says Portland, Oregon. Joe, thank you. Anti-corporatist, thank you for becoming a member on YT on 2. So what has been the most, I think, consequential story of the week, you guys? Tell me what you think. What do you think, Sarah Habib in Windsor, Ontario, Canada? May Money in the building says this. Thank you for your generous contribution, by the way. I have been discussing the definition of the T word, errorism, and what is considered error with a T. Jan 6 is patriotic. Luigi is terrible error. What do you think? Well, I think that January 6th is no different than what the man in New Orleans is accused of doing, except fewer people lost their lives on January 6th. But those people were convicted of an act that some consider treasonous and anti-patriotic, and therefore should suffer the consequences. And some believe it was the T word. Okay? Because again, I have to be careful with these algorithms and with the AI because they will try to either deplatform us or what? They'll try to suppress us. Huntsville, Alabama says Travis Malone. And thank you for your support, Travis. Rhode Island says Veracity's Key 2020. So rest in peace, Robert L. Books. Black Lives Matters only when there is an election, says Slim Slamma. Rest in peace, Robert. Talking about the person that was beaten in police custody in New York City, which we should be focusing on, even without the crazy news that we have. Travis Malone, thank you. In Huntsville, Alabama, I appreciate your support as well. Forest City, North Carolina, Mindy Hill. Where is Forest City? I don't know if I've ever heard of that. I have one question. Does it hurt the algorithm when we say the M word? Erder. I think so. That is from Curry Favor. I think that you have to be careful about the words you say. Like, you can't say, people ask me, someone emailed me saying, why do you say grape? Because you can't say the R word or the word that rhymes with that, because then the algorithm picks it up and then it suppresses your content. Fewer people get to see it. It's tough trying to cover news on these platforms because they pick up on these words and they don't want it to be controversial. When in fact the news is controversial. And you think about the man who's about to sit in the White House, who's always saying controversial things, and so you can't help. You look at what he was convicted of. The essay. You can't even say that without getting a warning, restriction. Your life has been restricted for just saying the honest words about what's in the news. That's why I believe there should be content moderation, and there should be people monitoring it, as well as artificial intelligence and computers as well, because there's a difference between promoting those things and actually talking about them. There is a distinction. Sarah Habib says, I made it through all of my Christmas shows without injury. Okay. Tell me what that means. President Biden should pardon Luigi Mangione, says Norman Sowers. Do you guys agree to that? With that? Should he? Greetings, Lemonheads. Happy Friday from Newark, New Jersey, says Marilyn Appleton. Interesting. Do you think the president should pardon Luigi Mangione, someone who's accused of unaliving someone? You guys think that? Smash the like buttons. We're just having a show basically for our members and our subscribers where we're talking and answering their questions. A lot of folks are saying that. Search for You talked about the Marg that's in my hand. It's a Friday night. What are y'all doing? Totally agreed on, says Francis Skaggs, CCLS. Norman keeps saying, the president, Barkley, no, you can't have any popcorn. Come here. Come on. Say hi. Say hi, Bark. Say hi. He's looking for food. He's on a diet because he's a little chunky. Debbie M says, it's beginning to snow here. Where are you, Debbie? I think we are in for a lot of chaos from Captain Chaos coming back in office, as Karen White. We are. Did you guys see what happened today with Mike Johnson? Mike Johnson did not win the first round of voting to be reelected as Speaker of the House. He lost out and he needed to go back and do some negotiations. And then on the second round, he finally made it, but it was by a slim margin. And you think about just how slim it is in the Congress right now, it's going to be a tough year, at least, maybe 4 years. Tahoon Anderson says, pardon Edward Snowden. Interesting. So tonight, I'm just reading our members. That's what I expect to happen. Platforms blocking any opposition, says Carol Lowe. Interesting. Bonnie Scoggins says, President Biden should rest and relax and bow out. I know he's tired of it all. Wow. Thumbs up. Not many thumbs up yet. We have thousands of people watching us. Hit the like elimination, Sarah Habib says. I agree with that. Can you guys please hit the like button? It affects our algorithm. The lies have to be vanilla, says Sabrina N. Mo Watt says pew pew. Yeah, I have to say pew pew instead of the G word. It rhymes with none. He wrote an essay, said the anti-corporatist. So let's see. I'm getting something from my producers that I need to read to you. I think it's about a fake page that's out there. I'm assuming this Facebook that keeps telling your followers to DM him is not you. So if there is anyone out there on any social media platform, and they're telling you randomly that I say to DM you, it is fake. You can ignore it and you can report it because it's not me. If something has happened, you're in a news story, and I say, hey, I would love to have you on the show, that might be me. But I just don't DM random social media followers to tell you to DM me. That's not me. I'm already tired, and I can imagine how Biden is feeling, says Vanessa Harris. Yeah. What do you guys have questions about? So let's talk about this story, and then we can bring it in. Because a couple of things that happened. This is one. So the soldier who's involved in this Las Vegas thing, soldier who blew up the Tesla, had PTSD, said U.S. headed for collapse policy. Said U.S. headed for collapse, police say. Police shared notes recovered from the phones of Master Sergeant Matthew Allen Levelsberger, who fatally pew-pewed himself. I hate to say this, sounds so silly. It sounds like when you tell kids that instead of what the actual name for, they go your pee-pee or your poo-poo, your tutu. Like, we have to be adults and actually say stuff. Inside the vehicle in Las Vegas. Here's what it says. I'm going to read it. The notes left by the Green Beret blew himself up in the Tesla Cybertruck outside of the Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas this week suggested that he had taken his own life as a wake-up call to the country, the authorities said on Friday. A phone belonging to the soldier, this is according to the New York Times, contained notes that said the country was headed towards collapse. The police said a news briefing on Friday that that's what it was. He fatally took his own life inside the truck on Wednesday with explosives. This was not a terrorist attack, they said. The note said it was a wake-up call. Americans only pay attention to spectacles and violence. What better way to get my point across than to stunt with fireworks and explosives, he said. The police said the news conference Friday, he went on to explain a variety of other grievances and issues, some political, some personal. He had been stationed in Germany and was back in the United States on leave. Why did I personally do it now? I needed to cleanse my mind of the brothers I've lost and relieve myself of the burden of the lives I took. That's what he said in one of the notes. That's according to police. Wow. So there's no connection that appears to be from New Orleans. Although this incident is more public and more sensational than usual, it ultimately appears to be a tragic case of taking one's own life, involving a heavily decorated combat veteran who is struggling with PTSD and other issues, Mr. Evans said. Okay, those are all important things. And it's important to point out that many members of our military go off and they fight. Here, take it. Here's your toy. Go play. They go off and they fight and they provide service to the country. Some of them make the ultimate sacrifice. Those who do, who are fortunate, I guess, enough to come home, they are not treated with the respect and they don't get the services that they need. Now, here's what I'm understanding. That this new office that comes in, it's been reported that this Doge office wants to cut some of the funding to those services. How's that going to play out? For the folks who are supposed to support our men and women in uniform, who are supposed to back the blue, how is that going to happen? That is why their VA benefits should be expanded and monthly check on those suffering with PTSD, says Sabrina Nunn. I agree with you 100%. 100%. And yes, for those on TikTok who are asking, the popcorn is good. This is where we get to talk to our members. Hi, Don. I finally made it on here. I'm glad that you have your own platform here. Keep being you. Thank you. Look, this has been a really interesting week for me because it started off, I had to sit on the floor and grab a pillow. My legs are starting to go to sleep. It's been a very interesting week because people got all bent out of shape about some of the things that I said in the beginning of the week, where I started telling the MAGA folks about exactly who they are. And look out, Barks. Started telling them exactly who they are. And I didn't hold back. And I stand by my words. Is there butter in your popcorn? Next time, sprinkle some white cheddar powder. It'll change your life. I'm not much for the cheddar popcorn. I'm sorry. Poof, be gone now. And there is butter, but I'm not a very big cheese person. I don't like it on my popcorn. Now, if I didn't put all this salt and stuff on it, I might put some cane syrup on it and turn it into a popcorn ball or some caramel popcorn, and that might be good. But so I don't know. People got all into their feelings, and then I had to respond to it. And then we got threats from people to my family members. I did not find that funny or cute. And so that's bothersome to me. And threats and then homophobic stuff and all that sent to my husband. And it's just ridiculous. We can stop calling military people suckers and losers to start. Maybe they won't be resentful, says May Money in the building. That's a very good point. Remember who did that and then denied it. And you had all kinds of generals and people in the administration saying, oh, yeah, he said it. Don't let him lie to you. He definitely said it. So I think that he's got some explaining to do when it comes to his relationship to our men and women in uniform. Nikki, if you're there was something else that you wanted me to talk about. Was it about Mike Johnson or what was it about? I can't remember.
I sent you something just about Trump and the sentencing hearing for next week.
Oh, right on. Donald Trump is going to be sentenced next week. Donald Trump is going to be sentenced within like a week or so from his inauguration. The judge ruled that he's going to be sentenced for the hush money case on January 10th, but said he's not going to get any jail time. So this is, I believe it's the first time in history that we'll have a president who is going to be sentenced on some very serious charges. These are federal charges, right? Well, let's see. The hush money. This is New York case. And then he's going to go into the White House, having been sentenced. It's going to be virtually. He's going to be sentenced. Trump can appear virtually for the sentencing. Judge says who presided over Trump's trial signaled in a written decision that he sentenced the former and future president to what's known as an unconditional discharge, in which a case is closed without jail time, a fine or probation. Trump can appear virtually. Rejecting Trump's push to dismiss the verdict and throw out the case on presidential immunity grounds, and because of his impending second term, Judge Marchand wrote that only bringing finality to this matter would serve the interest of justice here. This is according to the Associated Press. He said that he sought to balance Trump's ability to govern, unencumbered by the case, against other interests, the U.S. Supreme Court's July ruling of presidential immunity, and the public's expectation that all are equal and no one is above the law, and the importance of respecting a jury verdict. Okay. All right, Judge. But if that were the case, he would be sentenced and then he'd have to face whatever consequences. If he wasn't above the law, and if the law did not treat him any differently, then he'd have to face all the consequences that everyone else has to face. Sorry, that's so way too much headroom. Wouldn't he have to face all the consequences that most people would face, and that would be possible jail time? Wouldn't most people have to appear in person rather than virtually? That's a crock of shit, I believe. I'm not down with that. I can't even believe that someone who is convicted could actually even run for president. I'm assuming, I think if it was anyone else, if it was a woman or a person of color, they'd be like, nope, can't do it. But for some reason, he gets to do it. Where's the lie? Do you guys see any sort of lie for that? I don't really see any sort of lie for that. Let me go to the comments because I love reading your comments. I agree, Norman Sword said. The anti-corporate says, how many counts was that case? I don't remember. I have to look it up. Crock Up Ish says, poof, be gone now. Teflon Don strikes again, Sarah says. Love Peace says, it snowed here in Maryland, fluffy and thick. Okay, thank you for that. Estella says, he should have never been able to run for office. What a disgrace for the USA. I agree with that. It is unfortunate, but he is above the law. That's true. Sharon Moten says that part. Lanice Smith is the one that says it's unfortunate, but he's above the law. He is. So you guys saw all the chaos. Sorry, come here, Boomer. This is my Boomer. Say hi, Boomer. Say hi, Boomer. That's Boom Boom. There he is. And then Barkley is here. Barkley's smelling popcorn. He wants it. All he wants to do is eat. So I told you guys to not worry about any of this stuff and just to, enjoy your life and see what happens. And you see what happened today. On the first day of the 119th Congress, they could barely elect a House Speaker. Republicans have to govern now. Before, they could just be obstructionists. They could just go stand in front of cameras. They could just go talk shit about people, say how bad everything was, how nothing was working. But now that they have every single branch of government, they are going to have to figure out how to do what? How to actually govern. Here you go. That's what they're going to have to figure out how to do. How to actually govern. And that's always been tough for Republicans. So sit back. I hope you're enjoying your popcorn. I hope you have a fantastic evening. I just want to come on and talk to you because it's been a crazy week. And I want you guys to be okay. It's going to be okay. And you should know, I'm going to be your voice. I'm not going to comply in advance. I'm not going to all of a sudden change who I am because of who's in power, because I want to cozy up to power, because I want to get interviews with Republicans, or I want to get interviews with MAGA people, or I want to interview Donald Trump. I'm not doing that. I'm on the side of truth. I didn't do that as it relates to the Biden administration or the Obama administration, and I'm not going to do it. Definitely didn't do it with the Trump administration. I'm not going to do it with the new one either. So if Republicans can't even really work together to govern the country, that's what Mozilla says. Republicans can't even work together, let alone run a country. That's the truth. If they can't work together, then what makes you think that they're going to work with Democrats and they're going to work with the American people, especially those who didn't support them? What makes you think that? They're very good at winning, but terrible at governing, says Maria Mariscola. That's true, Scalco. I agree with that. They are. That's 100% true. All right, it's crackling back there. So not to worry. So again, I'm going to be your voice. I'm never going to change. I'm going to tell you the truth. I do want your advice, though. So we've been invited to cover the inauguration. Should I go and cover? Some folks are worried about my safety. Some are saying I'm not interested. I don't think they think that the turnout is going to be what they had expected it to be. Let me know. What do you think, Lemonheads? Members who are watching right now, should I go and cover the inauguration? Why is he holding a rally on my birthday? He's holding a rally the day before the inauguration. Oh, Monty says, yes, go. No, don't go. Says one person who's not a member. Melanie Rice says no. Tora Verde says no. Donna Robinson says stay home. O'Neill Smith says no, heck no. Kelly Howard says do not cover inauguration. Angie Me says no. Don't do it, says Ms. Gardenia. Sharon Moten says no, MLK Day. Well, that was the reason I was going to go, to pay homage to. Beth Bear says no. Nicole Miller says hell no. Malty Grappler says nope, not going to watch that. No, we're not watching that, says go Wonder Woman. If I go to cover it, I'm not going to be covering it like now coming down the stretch is this parade from this town in Alabama. No, I'm going to go. I'm going to talk to people out there to see why they voted, why they're there, if they support him, or if there are people who are in opposition, why they're there as well. Basically, to be your voice and be the man on the street. No, because we will have to watch you, says Maria Maniscalco. Are you guys going to hate watch it, or are you just saying that? I know people who are leaving the country to go away on vacation. GQ Wonder Woman says, no, we are not watching that. Jane R says, no, no, no. Captain Ivan 610 says, true, the anti-corporatist. Oh, sorry, that's not Captain. The anti-corporatist says, Captain Ivan 610, true. I guess you're responding to that. Juju says, don't go. Kelly Howard says, no. Go, but be safe, says Takaya. Thank you, Don, for lifting our spirits, says Karen White. You guys know? I know it's MLK Day, and that's the kind of stuff I want to point out on this MLK Day and ask people, did you realize this is MLK? What does he mean to you? What does it say about our country that on Martin Luther King Day, this is what's happening? I don't know. You guys tell me. A lot of you are saying, hell no. Yes, cover it, Don. You are a journalist, says Power Dynamics for Life. Yes. Don't give him the respect. He doesn't deserve our attention. Now, look, I can cover it from wherever I am. I'm just wondering, should I go to D.C. and talk to people? Stay home and eat popcorn, says Siba Nice. And that's what I'm doing right now. Now, I'm just unorthodox, and people be like, oh, my God, Don, I'm just eating popcorn or whatever. This is our channel. We can do whatever the hell we want. Don't have to worry about what folks think. We can do whatever we want. No, it's a trap, says Juju. Let's have a meeting or something, says Carol Lowe. Historical. Yeah. Tell me what you guys think. Don't go. Do not dignify. Wow. We know that it's MLK. Those who do know. Wow. Okay. I feel you. Anything else before we get out of here? Anything else you want to talk about? I've had all this popcorn. I think I've ruined my dinner. Tim, we're going to have dinner now. What are you eating? I'm good. So Tim and I are going on a, what is it? How many days before calories?
2. We have 2 more.
We have 2 more days. So our holiday is not officially over until Monday. So that's when we go on our diet, Tim. But Tim, you already started your dry January already. I'm not dry January. Let me show you why.
The calories don't count until Monday.
Tim says the calories don't count until Monday. So I don't know about that. Well, I'm wearing sweatpants because I can't really fit into some of my stuff. So I'm wearing sweatpants. Oh, there it's starting. I don't even need to do this thing. Whoa. There we go. So I don't know. Calories don't count. Are you guys going to do this? Are you on this dry January kick? Are you going to do the no calories and join the gym and then like a week later, you're not doing anything? Oh boy, I don't drink enough to do dry January, LOL. Look, I have to have some pleasure in my life. So I usually do dry January every year. And I'm not doing it this year. During the pandemic, I did dry January and ended up being
14 months.
Dry for 14 months. But I have to be honest with you, I've never been more productive in my life. I wrote a book. I did 2 podcasts. I anchored hours and hours of television every night, sometimes from this very house.
What the Surgeon General, do you think?
What did the Surgeon General say?
He said alcohol bottles should have labels like cigarettes because of what alcohol does to your health.
Alcohol bottles should have labels like cigarettes because of what alcohol does to your health. Even red wine? Okay, I do know. Alcohol can be very bad for you. But I believe everything in moderation. That's why I believe, like, a little. Anyway, that should not be. I'm going to get a restriction if I keep talking about this. Talking about alcohol and things. I've gotten a restriction before on the what. So, guys, make sure you hit the likes, please. Subscribe to our content. Don't expect me to back down. I have nothing to lose. And there's nothing more dangerous than a man with nothing to lose. So look out. I'm going to be your voice. Not to worry. Okay? Smash the hearts. Hit the likes. Hit the subscribe. And become a member. Nikki, can we put the Chiron up that says become a member and tell people how? And Nikki, do you want to come on? I feel like I'm talking to my best friend. You're the best. Thank you, Denise Reich. Nikki, how do people become members?
Yeah, so there's a couple ways you can become a member. You can either go to John's channel main page and you can join there. If you are on a computer or an Android, if you just look at the bottom of this video, there's going to be a little button that says join, and you can click that. But if you are on an iPhone, you will have to go to a link, which I will put in the chat right now for everyone. And if you click on that link, you can join there. And we have 3 membership options. You can read through the options. We'd love to have you. Dom will prioritize your comments and you'll get some exclusive content and whatnot.
I love that Midas Sue became a member today. Lemonheads, enjoy the weekend, says Shiva Nice. Who became a member? Who all became a member this week? Tell me. Show me how you do that trick. Who became a member this week? I support Nikki. Hi, Nikki. Fireplace is everything. Thank you. Get a fireplace if you can. And if you have one, you know what I hate more than anything? I hate going into people's homes who have fireplaces and they never light them. They're just like there for a show. Why? A lot of our friends do that. They've never lit their fireplaces. They've never used their fireplaces. It's just like when I was a kid and my mom would say, don't use those towels. Those are the good towels. Don't use those dishes. Those are the good. Those are for company. If you want to become a member, there it is, and it's in the top. Click on that link that's in the top on the YT. Mean Today says Veracity Ski 2020. If you have a fireplace, use it. If you have anything use your good dishes. Use the good towels. What are you waiting on? One day you won't be able to, and you're not even going to know that you're not able to because you won't be here. Someone gifted a membership. Sarah Eccles. I'm so glad that you're a member now. Paid up member, many of you. Thank you. So put all the members up, as many as we can on the screen, Nikki. Just put them up. All the folks who are members or said that they become a member. I became a member this week, says Kathy Gordine. May Money says, hope every person in the chat reads 6 physical copies of a book this year. Yeah, read my book. I once was lost in my search for God in America. And then also, This is the Fire, what I say to my friends about racism. Reese Nunn became a member. Amber Devon says me. Melissa Parrish says me. Sonia Diana, yay. D. Talley, raising the hand. The Taste says me. Yvonne says me. Okay, so here's the thing. Barb Darg Leduc says me. It's so weird. I have to do this because these are progressive glasses. And so I have to I look like an old man because I'm like squinting like this. Because the read part is in the bottom. And these aren't exactly my prescription. They're not progressives. But then the computer is not close enough to me, so I can't see it. So I can see that. Demetrius Sipa says, when are we having merchandise? We're working on it. Tiffany Jones says me. Okay, so here's the thing. We're working on the merchandise. We're working on everything. I'm also working on a permanent place in my home for a set rather than me just doing it all over the house. I'll still have my studio that's in New York City, but we'll see. Some folks gifted memberships. I love your daughter. I love it, says Jackie. I love your daughter. What do you have to offer her? Nothing. Only this. I love that little meme. I have to do another one. Love you, Don, says Janelle Andre. I love you as well. And thank you for your support. Veronica Torres became a member on YouTube. Thank you. Yeah. So, guys, I just wanted to talk to you. So usually these sort of intimate chats that we do like this, these are usually for just our certain levels of our subscribers or our members. And so I'm just on here doing it so that you can see that you get a much more personal experience. As a matter of fact, this one is open to everyone, but the ones that are not open to everyone are even more intimate. And you get to hang out with Tim and me and the dogs. You get to cook dinner. We have drinks. We do all kinds of things that personal in my backyard, all kinds of stuff. And we get to talk more openly about things that's not meant for everyone's eyes and ears. So this is just a little taste, okay? I want to become a member. Darlene, you can look in the top of the chat, click on that link, and it'll show you how to become a member, okay? I don't want to take up too much of your Friday evening. I hope you're enjoying this. I just became a member. Oh, great, Darlene. That's great. This members platform is good for stuff, Don. Thank you, Erwin. And so the members get special treatment feeds, all kinds of stuff. You'll get special discounts on merchandise and all that, okay? So I am going to leave you. I hope you're enjoying this. I really appreciate you guys helping me, all of us, to build this platform, the Lemon Nation, as we call it, and to become a lemon head. Back away from the popcorn, LOL. Someone who's not a member saying, I know I've been eating the whole time, and now I'm going to go eat dinner. So here's, I'm going to put this away. So for dinner, you want to know what I cooked? Would you guys like to know? I'm forgetting everybody's watching, and all of the news people can pick this up. Let them do it. I don't give a shit. I made a shrimp sort of stew, like shrimp and gravy, like fresh, giant Gulf shrimp, peeled and deveined. And I did all kinds of stuff. I did a gravy, a brown gravy with thyme and rosemary and onions and garlic and all fresh stuff. And a little au jus I added to it. And then some rice. And then I'm going to do a coleslaw, a Thai coleslaw. And what else? And maybe some garlic bread or something. And that's going to be our dinner in just a little bit. What did you guys do? Did you have dinner yet? Are you planning? Are you cooking? Are you going out to eat? I'm a member, says Renee Shropshire. Amazing. Thank you for that. Love you, Don. Great weekend to you, Tim and the pups. Thank you, guys. This is what Boomer loves, these things. It's all he does. He's got like a whole thing. And here's the thing. If you guys have dogs, I'm surprised he didn't run over here. All these things, whenever we come, if we leave them, this is crazy. If we leave them and we come home and they're here, Boomer will go to this thing and grab one of these toys, and he has to deliver it to us. He has to give it to us and bring it. This is one of his favorites, this shark from the Shark Week or whatever. Okay, that's it. All right, have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys. We have more content dropping. I appreciate you becoming a member. I appreciate you subscription. If you subscribe, it's free. Anyway, so be well. Have a fantastic weekend. And check out our social. We'll give you updates and our community page, and we'll let you know what we put out next and when we're going live, okay? So have a fantastic weekend. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I am your voice. I got you. All right? See ya. Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love.